rained yesterday and yesterday.
But it can't rain anymore. There's no more water left up there.
Snow, probably, or hail. We're working outside today?
Not today.
Who can juggle indoors? The ceiling gets in the way.
Couldn't we serve out here for a little while?
Fish, don't tip.
Good morning! What a day it is! I would like my usual table. Something is missing.
We haven't brought out the chairs.
That's it!
It's too soon.
It's never too soon for anything. The tables should be blooming from the sidewalks. Chairs should be scattered like wildflowers. Your snails' wedding should be burned.
There are customers at freeze counters.
Or blow away, or drown.
Nonsense! Where are your eyes? Where are your ears? This morning, I distinctly heard a speck of blue.
The sky does look a little brighter, Countess, but I'm not sure it's safe.
If you wait till a thing is safe, it's gone before you get there. What good is a sidewalk cafe with no cafe on the sidewalk? Clouds vanish.
Compliments of the Café Francis. Drinks of your choice.
Is it all right with Francis?
I think so. Francis has been dead 40 years.
Oh, a superb year, better than next. No, one must keep the mind clear. Enchanting.
What's she doing?
Looking at the world.
Is she drunk?
Oh, you know the mad woman is Shio. Never takes more than one small sip of wine a day.
One more small sip, Countess.
Thank you, no. I'm far too intoxicated with what I see. What a fascinating view. Through the bottom of the glass, a December afternoon looks particularly well. When you watch it drift along through some sunny muscatel, it's the middle of July. Through the bottom of the glass, what a fascinating view. Through the facets in the eyes, the beggars and the rogues that we socially condemn are the court of Antoinette through the prism in the stem. So I watch them saunter by through the bottom of the glass. In the cold, clear light of afternoon, you see the cobwebs and the patches and the tears. In the cold, clear light of afternoon, you count the wrinkles and the memories and the years. But there's youth and there's youth through the garnet of the port. And the hussy from Marseille, who's a common little drear, has a rather regal air through the topaz in the beer. She's a cultured little lass through a sip of anisette, through the crystal of the gin, through a layer of chartreuse, through the bottom of the glass. Drink up your cognac quickly, young man. I want to see if the world is just as remarkable through a brandy snifter. It is. Of course it is. Slightly more curved than Columbus thought, and far more beautiful. But in the brazen blazing of the sun, you feel the pressure and the tension and the hurt. In the brazen blazing of the sun, you see the gossip and and the hunger and the dirt. But there's majesty and truth in a tall aperitif. When a crisis in the world rips my countrymen in half, through the bubbles of champagne, they invariably laugh. So I simply let life pass through the rose of the rosé, through the amber of the rum, through an endless post-cafe, through the bottom of the glass.
You're serving outside?
Why not? It's spring.
What's the specialty of the house? Pneumonia?
The Countess has declared good weather.
That's not scientific. The barometer tells the weather.
On the contrary, the weather tells the barometer. Geraniums don't read a weather forecast.
Champagne, sir.
Water.
Water.
That's very foolish, young man. Everyone knows that water gives you gas.
Who is that?
The mad woman of Chaillot.
A mad woman? She's mad?
Who says she's mad?
You just said so.
What's mad about her? She's the mad woman of Chaillot.
I want a glass of water from that pipe. Immediately.
Would you like some pills to take with that?
Oh, Jordan! Have you found it? My feather boa.
Not yet, Countess. 3 scarves, but not all.
It's 5 years since I lost it.
Why don't you take one of these, Countess? Nobody's claimed them.
A boa like that just doesn't vanish, you know. A feather boa 9 feet long.
How about this blue one?
Does it clash with my ruffle and my lily? Of course it does. Let me see the purple. How does it look?
Magnificent.
How long does it take to get a simple glass of water? I want to see the proprietor. I ask a question, I get an answer from a deaf girl who can't speak.
She was just saying it turned out to be an exceptionally beautiful morning, sir.
Who asked her?
But she says it would have been even nicer if the gentleman hadn't stuck his face in it.
Ah. He can't be French.
Alsatian, maybe.
Or Swiss.
Or American. Or crazy.
What's the difference? This water has a formidable taste.
I'll get you another.
No, it's delicious.
That poor man is definitely mad.
He forgot his hat.
I forgot something.
Oh, your hat.
The address.
Oh, but
It is very unsatisfactory to see you holding a hat without a man. I would prefer to see you holding a man without a hat.
What do you suppose comes to mind, Countess?
Dirt!
you were right. It's just like yesterday.
Maybe worse.
Come inside, Countess.
Boy, didn't the inside just come outside?
It's raining out here?
Where? Never believe a dirty glass. So I simply let life pass through the rose of the rosé, through the amber of the rum, through an endless post-cafe, through the bottom of the glass.
Over there! No. Over here.
Sick of getting pushed around by you.
My dear boy, you were born to be pushed.
I'd like to push you right in the river.
You wouldn't dare. Julia, I see a face.
There are several people out there with faces.
Oh, not like that one. The one in the overcoat.
That's not a face, it's a tombstone. You want me to go get him?
Oh, no need. He'll be here shortly. Have my lawyer join us immediately in, what do you call this section?
Shio.
In Shio, immediately. You know, I've never seen that man before. He's never seen me. But we know each other to the bottoms of our souls. He's no stranger. He's my brother. He's myself.
Oh, Susan, brown, black, one of each?
Oh, get rid of this nuisance, will you?
Just one pair of shoelaces, Mr. President, to brighten her day a little.
She expects nothing from us. She has a clientele of her own. She sells shoelaces exclusively to people who have no shoes. How much do you want?
50,000 cash.
I'm listening.
Mr. President, I'm a prospector.
And you have a claim?
Yes.
Promising?
Enormously.
Foreign?
Hardly.
Here in France?
In Paris.
Prospecting in Paris?
For women, no doubt. Go handle that tip, buddy! The worst cab ride of my life! What took you so long?
I am really sorry.
You may speak freely, my lawyer. I rarely breathe without consulting him. And this boy is practically my son.
Mr. President, do you realize what lies under the cobblestones of Paris?
Is that possible?
It's certain. Paris is floating on a lake of oil.
Hey, how do you know that?
My tongue and my nose tell me. A water pipe passes near oil, it flavors the fluid inside.
And you can detect this.
Sample number 2049. Chase, Mr. President.
It's worse than Coca-Cola.
Gentlemen, we are in the presence of one of nature's noblemen. Men like this make possible the greatest invention of our age, the corporation. My friend and new business partner, I give you a toast to the most glorious vintage our planet can produce. Petroleum. Drop the papers immediately. This will double my fortune. Nay, it will quadruple it.
May I ask a question?
Of course not.
I'm a Frenchman, I'll ask it anyhow. How did you want to double your fortune?
My boy, when it gets lonely, it needs company.
Yes, but when do you stop?
Why stop? Abstinence is a luxury of the poor. Besides, the next bite might be the best one of all. Remember, there's always room for just a little bit more. There's always room for just a little bit more. Most people fail to see the infinite scope and the endless extent of their capacities. So when I have licked the plate clean, when I have picked the bones and passed the last beam, when I am stuffed and gorged and glutted and bloated, I still hunger for just a mite of a moose, just a gram of gruyere,
Just a teeny souffle.
Just a tiny eclair, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. There's always room for just a little bit more. Go on and force yourself a little bit more. Most people never know how high and how wide and how totally vast their own potential is.
So when they print my name on the door, and when I'm managing the whole 7th floor, and when they finally go and make me the president, think what's in store.
I can hardly keep up with my changing facade. In a month I'll be king, in a year I'll be God.
Just a little bit more, just a little bit more. There's always room for just a little bit more. Go on, enjoy yourself a little bit more. Most people fail to see the staggering height and the staggering depth of their capacity. So Monday night I sleep with Kiki. On Tuesday night Paulette and Wednesday Marie. On Thursday morning Claire. And Friday my muscles are weary and sore. But
but I'm willing to try some unusual sins.
A Mongolian tart
Or some Japanese twins.
Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
What's the matter with you?
Mr. President, there's something on top of the oil.
A cathedral? The National Assembly? I say drill even if it's in the midst of the Louvre, right under the sneer of the Mona Lisa.
It's here in Chaillot, the Café Francis.
Ha! A mere cafe? There are thousands of cafes in Paris, but not one single oil well. Julien,
Sir?
take this.
It's a bomb, for God's sake!
Of course, I always keep one handy, but it's harmless. Until I set the timer. See, 12 noon, a perfect moment for breaking ground. That's very good.
I'm sorry.
Kindly deliver that to
The Café Francis.
and casually deposit it in the flower box.
No!
My boy, I didn't hear you say that.
What are the people in that cafe? The living people. The dead people if I plant your bomb.
Do you know them? Are they friends of yours?
No.
Relatives?
No.
Forget about it.
Look, I'll be your human horsepower, run errands for you, answer when you bellow.
I never bellow.
I won't murder a cafe full of people.
Julien, without temper and without temperament, you will do exactly as I tell you. Because you know what will happen to you if you don't. Gentlemen, we are in business. The grand opening is at noon.
A hole in the middle of Paris won't people object?
Why should they? We'll plant a brand new flower there, an oil derrick.
In Chaillot.
Hey, what would you rather have in your garden? An almond tree or an oil well that's pumping liquid gold? For us, more and more and more. Imagination, gentlemen. Financiers are creative artists. We are the poets. Taking francs from the rich has a certain allure, but it's much more fun when you're screwing the poor.
Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
For each man has a natural desire
To find a plot of land that he can acquire.
And so to rest my bones the day I retire, I would simply adore just an acre of ground, a respectable piece.
Just a little backyard, Argentina or Greece. Just a little bit more, just a little bit more. There's always room for just a little bit more.
There's always room for just a little bit more. Most people fail to see the infinite scope and the endless extent of their capacities. And so when we have licked the place clean, when we have picked the bones and passed the last meat, when we are stuffed and gorged and glutted and bloated, we still hunger for just the might of the moose, just a gram of Gruyere, just a teeny souffle, just a tiny eclair, just a little bit more, just a little bit more.
today. We had broilers last night.
What about my gizzards then?
A customer ate them before I could get the plate away. But I did save you some giblets.
That will do for the tomcat that lives under the bridge. He likes a few giblets every now and then.
Yes, Count.
We can't ignore our responsibilities, you know. The cats of Paris look to me for their gizzards.
Oh, Countess,
Very good.
someday I'll throw my scarf so high that they won't come down.
Is the clock striking noon, Roderick?
Yes, it is, Countess, but my name is Lamar.
Don't be ridiculous. At noon, all men become Roderick. Each hour of the hour, all men's names automatically change. Everyone knows that. You must be new here.
I've never heard that.
My dear boy. You're living in the past. In the old days, when a lady was tired of a man named so-and-so, she had to change the man. I didn't, of course, but it was the fashion. Nowadays, we're more practical. Instead of changing the man, we change the name. What's the matter, child?
I have a feeling. As if something's gonna happen.
It usually does.
Oh, Countess,
Excellent, Roderick. Excellent.
Trail man! Trail man!
He's not drowned, his clothes are dry.
He's been slugged.
Naturally, he was jumping off the bridge and I pulled him back. I slugged him so he wouldn't pull me under. Life-saving manual, rule number 5. In cases where there is danger of being dragged under, it is necessary to render the subject unconscious with a strong blow. He's had that.
What are you doing?
Artificial respiration. First aid to the drowning.
But he's not drowning.
He thinks he is, and that may be worse.
That's for people who drown in water. It's no good at all when they drown without water.
I'm new on the job, so I go by the book. Witnesses, witnesses, I've got to have witnesses. Rule number 1.
You should have let him jump and then dived in to save him. You'd have got a medal.
I can't swim.
Who is he?
Check his pockets.
Nothing. Not a wallet, not a sou.
How beautiful he is. Is he dead?
Who can tell?
Hold this silver spoon to his mouth. If it clouds over,
It clouds over.
he's alive.
Thank God I'm dead.
No, you're not.
I must be. I'm seeing the angels. Nina!
Coming.
I guess I'm not dead.
And my Iris, isn't it beautiful?
Very. My God, this is the Cafe Francis.
One of the best places in Paris to fall in love. They should list it that way in the Michelin Guide. 4 stars. Love attracts more customers than mere food.
Well, find me here. Please let me go.
I do nothing of the sort. I let Albert Berthaud go while I was holding him. And I never saw Berber again. Never again.
No witnesses, except for myself and the man that drowned in the sand.
He's not drowning in the Seine. He's drowning here. But I won't let him drown because I'm holding him tight, as I should have held Albert Berthaud.
I need the young man's name.
His name is Roderick. Now put your book away and console him.
Console him?
When people want to die, it's your job as guardian of the state to speak out in praise of life. Don't you think life has some value?
Well, of course it has.
Then tell him what it is.
Well, young man, suicide is a crime against the state.
Why?
Well, if everybody committed suicide, there'd be no soldiers for the army. And who'd pay the taxes?
Isn't there something you really enjoy? Some secret pleasure or passion? Don't blush. Tell him about it.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, there is. And since you ask, I love
Yes, you love?
pinochle. I love to play pinochle. And as soon as I'm off duty, I'm going to ask the young man if he wants to join in the game, if he wants to kill an hour.
He doesn't want to kill an hour. He wants to kill himself. Shame. Is that all the police force has to offer? I defy anyone to stop dying on your account.
You think you can do it any better? You know it's not easy to find reasons for not dying.
Perhaps it isn't. But to be alive is to be full Roderick. And no matter what happens to tarnish today, an utterly unused piece of time is waiting out there around the curve of midnight. If your world falls flat on its face today, you can erase today. Tomorrow morning, you will discover all of your past mistakes, gone when the world awakes. Tomorrow morning, you will see your life in a different light, crystal and crisp and clear and white, worth beginning over. There's no long lost star that you cannot reach, for your perfect day starts each. Tomorrow morning you're brave, tomorrow morning you're strong, tomorrow morning you can begin again. When I first wake up tomorrow morning, it may not seem so promising. When you take your hair out of the drawer and your teeth out of the glass, you're apt to feel a little out of place in the world. Especially if you've just been dreaming that you're a little girl on a pony searching for strawberries in the woods. But all you need to feel the call of life tomorrow morning is a letter in your mail giving you your schedule for the day. Your mending, your shopping, that letter to your grandmother you never seem to get around to. When you wash your face in rose water and powder it, not with this awful rice powder they sell nowadays, which does nothing for the skin, but with a cake of pure white starch. And you put on your rings, your brooches, bracelets, earrings, and pearls. In short, when you're ready to receive your morning coffee and have a good look at yourself, not in the glass, naturally, it lies, but in the side of the brass gong that once belonged to Sarah. You'll wake up the luckiest man on earth, proud that your little life is worth going on forever. There's no long lost star that you cannot reach, for your perfect day starts each. Tomorrow morning you're brave, tomorrow morning you're strong, tomorrow morning you can begin again.
How do you manage to forget what's going on?
You think I won't read the morning newspaper? I will, but not the one they print tomorrow morning, full of lies and vulgarity. I always read the Gaulois, the issue of 22nd March 1903. It's by far the best. It has some delightful scandal, some excellent fashion notes, and of course, the last-minute bulletin on the death of Léonie Leblanc. She used to live next door, poor woman, and when I learn of her death tomorrow morning, it will give me quite a shock. I shall recover while I'm dressing. Not easy, you know, without a maid. What with your corset cover and drawers, all of which lace or button in the back. But I manage quite well by lacing them up the front, then I swivel them around. It takes practice, but it's quite simple, really. Of course, there's the usual fruitless search for my feather boa. But then Chaillot calls. It will be time for my morning walk, my daily voyage of adventure. It can be yours, too. If your world falls flat on its face today, you can erase today. Tomorrow morning, you'll
crisp and clear.
And quite worth beginning over.
There's no long lost sight you cannot reach, for your perfect day starts each tomorrow morning away. Tomorrow morning a strong. Tomorrow morning you can begin again.
Wait till I tell you about tomorrow afternoon. There he is, Nina. He isn't drowning anymore. There she is, Roderick. She wouldn't look so beautiful from the bottom of the Seine.
You know, this instruction manual is no good. It doesn't tell you what to do when things go right.
You're wasting so much time, children. Speak to each other. Oh,
Is something the matter, Countess?
all of a sudden, he turned and looked at me. What if he hadn't turned? What if I hadn't walked that day through the little park at Colombes? Or the man with the torn cap hadn't been playing the concertina? You see how important it is to be in the exact place where your life is happening? Because if you wander off or don't bother to turn and look, you could miss each other entirely. Children, hurry, go to the park at Colombes
They've closed up the Park of Cologne.
and listen for the concertina music.
Nobody plays the concertina anymore.
Isn't that the cafe?
I'm afraid it is.
What's it doing here? It's supposed to be a hole in the ground.
I should have jumped.
Julian.
My name is Roderick.
Stop lying. What happened?
I couldn't do it.
All right, young fellow, come along.
I'm perfectly all right here.
Roderick, do you want to go with these men?
No, madame.
Then you won't.
Officer! Officer!
Madam, whatever you are, this man is my employee and I take you with me.
No!
You will oblige me by letting this young man go.
I will not oblige you in any way whatsoever.
Arrest this woman.
What's the trouble now? She refuses to let this young man go. Oh, not that one again.
It's against the law for a woman to detain a young man on the street.
Are you sure?
Of course, it's solicitation.
Why, thank you.
And you will do your job if you want to keep your job.
Nina, what's the deaf mute saying?
She says his life is in danger. He mustn't go with these men.
What does she know?
She knows everything.
Couldn't we just drop the whole thing?
Certainly not. Law-abiding citizens should be protected by the law. I'm taking your number.
It's 2133. It adds up to 9. It will bring you luck.
Just between the two of us, what are you hoping for anyway?
I'm holding him because it's very pleasant to hold him. And as long as I hold him, he's free.
Julian, I warn you, keep your mouth shut and come with me.
And I'm holding him because Nina wants me to hold him. If I let him go, it would break her heart.
Oh, Countess.
All right, you two, move it. Come on, let's go. Traffic. Let's go.
I have your number, Julian. Remember, I can do to you what you didn't do.
Come on, let's go.
What didn't you do, Roderick?
Didn't blow up this cafe. I dropped the bomb in the river instead of in that flower box.
Blow up a flower box? Why would anyone want to do that?
They want to tear up the whole city.
Have they lost something? What are they looking for?
Oil.
Is that any reason to destroy a flower box? Even a city? What do they want with oil?
They want to blow up the whole world. They need it to drive their tanks and battleships
Oh,
forward.
fantastic!
It's not funny, Countess. By the spring spring of next year, this whole city could be covered with a forest of derricks and drills.
I refuse to believe it. The world is beautiful, happy. That's how God made it. Why should it be otherwise?
Oh, Countess, if you only knew.
Knew what?
Don't tell her.
What are you hiding from me?
Paris has changed.
The whole world has changed.
I haven't noticed.
People used to buy my shoelaces, even when they didn't need them.
Nobody sings.
They don't even whistle.
And I haven't heard a good laugh in months.
The very air is different. You can't trust it. If I throw my scarves up too high, they'll blow away. People just aren't happy anymore.
Stop! You're frightening me. If music is no longer lovely, if laughter is no longer lilting, if lovers are no longer loving, then I don't want to know if summer is no longer carefree, if children are no longer singing, if people are no longer happy, then I don't want to know. Let me hide every truth from my eyes with the back of my hand. Let me live in a world full of lies with my head in the sand. For my memories are not exciting, my memories are not enchanted, my memories burn in my head with a steady glow. So if, my friends, if love is dead, I don't want to know. If music is no longer lovely, if laughter is no longer lilting, if lovers are no longer loving, then I don't want to know. If summer is no longer carefree, if children are no longer singing, if people are no longer happy, then I don't want to know. Let me hide every truth from my eyes with the back of my hand. Let me live in a world full of lies with my head in the sand. For my memories are not exciting, my memories are not enchanted, my memories burn in my head with a steady glow. So if, my friends, if love is dead, I don't want to know. What's she saying, Nina?
She says she's sorry the world's the way it is.
But it's not! We'll go as Constance if there's a smidgen of sense in what you've all been saying.
Constance? Who's Constance?
The mad woman at the flea market.
And have Gabrielle meet us there. You know where she lives. Ring twice, then meow like a cat 3 times underneath her window.
Another madwoman?
Of Montmartre.
Gabrielle is a famous, unknown authority on art. What Constance can't tell you, Gabrielle will. Artists and junk dealers know what's happening to all of us long before we do. My boa!
The one that was stolen, Countess?
Naturally.
Well, it hasn't turned up yet. But somebody left an ermine collar, though.
Real ermine?
See for yourself.
Your arm, Valentine.
Madame, my name is Julian, and you've been calling me Roderick.
Nonsense. It's just struck 1. At 1, all men become Valentine. Thank you, my boy. It's Rabbit. You've given up giving up?
That was yesterday.
Splendid. That makes today tomorrow.
There perfect day starts each tomorrow morning.
You're brave.
Tomorrow morning.
You're strong.
Tomorrow morning. You can begin again. Your chariot comes.
Lena?
In a moment, Countess.
To the flea market!
I hate ugliness. I love beauty. I hate meanness. I adore kindness. Oh, it may not seem so grand to be a waitress in Paris, but I love it. A waitress meets all sorts of people. She observes life. I hate to be alone. I love people. But I've never said I love you to a man. They've tried to make me say it. They put their arm around me. I pretend I don't see it. They pinch me. Pretend I don't feel it. They take me out and try to make me drink. But I'm careful. I've walked in the dawn on somebody's lawn and looked at the lights along the shore. But I've never said I love you, and when I say I love you, he'll know I never loved before. I've touched in the dark and laughed at the rain.
I've never been here before.
How sad! Your education's been neglected, Valentine. The flea market is the best unpublished history of France. Constance! If you look around, you can find at least 100 beds that Talleyrand slept in. And who knows how many authentic bathtubs where Marat received Charlotte Corday. Constance, where are you? Constance!
You don't have to shout! It's Wednesday. I go perfectly well on Wednesday.
It's Thursday.
It is. Oh well, never mind. I'll make an exception just this once.
Constance, these people think something terrible has happened.
Oh, what? Tell me about it.
I want you to tell them. The world's not unhappy, is it, Constance? What do you think?
Oh, I never think. I feel. It's a far more reliable emotion.
Well, what do you feel?
Well, I never think about what I'm feeling because I may never know how I may feel about what I'm thinking.
Logic, it solves everything.
Oh, Dickie! Oh, hello, quit barking! What the racket you're making! Oh, Dickie! I don't have time for that. Mommy's in a hurry. They tell me you have important news. I know what it is. Albert Berthaud has proposed at last. I knew he would.
We're not concerned with poor Bear today. There seems to be some trouble about the future of the human race.
Oh, does it have a future? You haven't said hello to Dickie.
Hello, Dickie.
Oh, not up there. He's much smaller.
Sorry.
No.
I adore animals.
Well, if you do, then you should have them where they are. Otherwise, it's a form of hypocrisy. Dickie's over here now.
Well, get Dickie away. A flea market is no place for a dog.
Let's get straight to the point. Constance, has your junk lost its beauty?
I shall disregard your use of the word junk.
All this rustling taffeta, these shivering chandeliers, don't you enjoy them?
Well, I enjoy them, but does anybody else?
Oh, I enjoy everything. I think the world is beautiful.
Only for idiots like you who never look at it. When one grows old, Gabrielle, one is supposed to become wise. Well, wiser at any rate.
Well, I intend to remain blissfully young. Thank you.
Yes, but when one has been young as many years as you have.
Isn't she horrible, Dickie? Go bite her.
Stop arguing! Obviously, we'll have to go to a higher authority. The sewerman.
Where are we going to find him?
Where do you expect to find the sewerman, my dear? In the sewer. Everybody get to work. Find a manhole cover and tap out the letter S in the International Telegraphic Code. S for sewerman. So.
What we need is a bloodhound.
Gabrielle, dear. Is Dickie by any chance a bloodhound?
Certainly not.
Why couldn't he be, as long as you're imagining him anyhow?
Yes, he's certainly no help if he is.
Well, maybe Dickie could be a bloodhound. Just for a few minutes, just to show how clever he is. Dickie, point!
Bloodhounds don't point, dear, they sniff.
Dickie, sniff.
He's
Kindly accept my apologies.
You know Constance, the grand dame of the flea market, and Gabrielle, the artistic conscience of Montmartre.
Oh, there is so little elegance left in the world today.
It has been driven underground.
But not lost. You, dear sewerman, of all people, must know that grace, manners, style have not disappeared from your special view of Paris. Your inverted Eiffel Tower, as it were. You know that young men like this must stay vigorously alive, and young girls must continue to fall desperately in love. Nothing has happened to change that.
Well...
The truth. Simply tell them the truth.
Well, it depends, Countess, on what particular truth happens to be floating by. In my line of work, I'm constantly in the best restaurants in Paris. Only it's a few days later. The way things were is more congenial than the way they are. Why not choose a more gracious moment? Why inhale the unpleasant present when we can turn our noses to a more fragrant time?
Garbage? Fragrant?
It used to be when garbage smelled a little strange, it was because it was a little confused. Everything was there. Sardines, cologne, iodine, roses. Ah, the feast you found floating by. Pâté de foie gras, Thursdays, gardenias, ribbon, and orange fry. A volume of Chaucer found it, Morocco lilies and coffee grinds. A pinto of peach, the stem of a cherry floating in flat champagne. There was a time when garbage was a pleasure when you found the sound of good and plenty gurgling in your drain. All ginger and lime. The world was the rustle of silk, purple and puce, crystal and lace, fresh orange juice, ginger and lime.
Crystal and lace, fresh orange juice, ginger and lime. The shell of a clam, the claw of a lobster, hairpins and chocolate mousse. The page of a fellow gilt at the edges, daisies and charlotte roses. A rose and a fan of piece of pimento floating in turquoise. There was a time when garbage was a pleasure, when you found the joy of gracious living underneath your skin. There was a time when garbage was a pleasure, when you found the joy of gracious living underneath your skin. Isn't it, Sewerman? Didn't you get my lily this morning?
Yes, Countess, but only yours. It's against my nature to use vile language, Countess. But to be truthful, these days, the sewer stinks. Garbage today is nothing but garbage, just a synthetic mess. A plastic container dinner was cooked in somebody's paper dress.
Somebody's figure right in a line of its wanting pose and think about the time
When garbage was a
pleasure.
When you found the joy of gracious living underneath your sink.
But it's not just the sewer that's gone down the drain. These days, Countess, conversation is grunting. Emotion is mechanical.
The nights of candlelight and chandeliers are gone. We must make love by neon.
No, it hasn't happened.
Yes, Countess. There was a time when you could walk around Paris and all the people you met were just like yourself.
Not so elegant, perhaps, or so well dressed.
But you knew them. They were you. Then one day I saw the first one. A face in the crowd. A face, you might say, without a face. Its eyes empty, its expression not human. Not a human face. It saw me staring. And when it looked back at me with its gelatin eyes, I shuddered. Because I knew that to make room for this one of us must have left the earth.
Describe them to me.
Their clothes don't wrinkle.
Their hats don't come off. When they talk, they don't look at you.
They don't perspire.
They enjoy themselves by torturing themselves.
The dance floor with flailing arms and legs. One steak for breakfast, tin foil for dinner. Pass me the powdered eggs. Pencils and needles starting the sense of the time when garbage was a pleasure.
Stop taking bets over the phone.
Those creatures who came looking for you. Are there more of them?
Yes, Countess.
How many?
Too many.
Thousands, tens of thousands.
What do they do?
They don't work. They're all pimps. Pardon my language, young lady.
It's all right. She doesn't understand it.
I remember when a cabbage could sell itself just by being a cabbage. Nowadays it has to hire an agent and pay him a commission. Nothing is free to sell itself or give itself away. These days, Countess, every cabbage has its pimp.
Who let this happen?
Who knows? Little by little, the pimps are taking over the world. They don't do anything. They don't make anything. They just stand there and take their cut. Look at the shopkeepers. Do they smile at their customers anymore? Certainly not. Their smiles are reserved for the pimps. The butcher has to smile at the meat pimp. The florist at the rose pimp. The grocer at the fresh fruit and vegetable pimp. Personally, I prefer the old-fashioned pimp. At least some of them were loved by the women they sold. But what passion can a pimp arouse in a leg of lamb?
Constance! Gabrielle! Do you believe him?
What are we going to do, Countess?
Fight them!
But there are so many of them.
And look at us!
We are outnumbered.
Nonsense! There is no number larger than one! It's the secret of arithmetic. Once you know that, figures can't frighten you. One is the largest number in the world. One person can beat a drum and make enough noise for 10. One person can blow a horn, and that little boom and that little blare can make 100 others stare at one. Person can hold a torch and light up the sky again. And one little voice that's squeaking a song can make 1,000,000 voices strong. If one person can beat a drum, and one person can blow a horn, if one person can hold a torch, then one person can change the world.
There may be an army of them, and only a handful of us. And how can a poor little band fight a mighty regime?
There may be a legion of them, and only a parcel of us. But it isn't the size of the fist, it's the size of the dream. One person can beat a drum and make enough noise for 10. One person can blow a horn, and that little boom and that little blare can make 100 others stare. And one person can hold a torch and light up the sky again. And one little voice that's singing a song can make 1,000,000 voices strong. And one person can beat a drum, and one person can blow a horn. If one person can hold a torch, then one person can change the world. There may be an army of them, and only a handful of us. And how can a poor little band plan a mighty machine? There may be a legion of them, and only a parcel of us. But it isn't the size of a fist, it's the size of the dream, size of the dream, size of the dream, size of the dream. You don't mind, madam?
Oh, just don't sell anything.
You look 50 years younger.
One person can beat a drum and make enough noise for 10. It won't be easy, Countess.
Everything is easy, or it can't be done at all.
One person can blow a horn, and that little boom and that little blare can make 100 others care.
Too late all. We'll find some anti-garbage troops there.
But they've torn it down.
One little voice that's squeaking a song can make 1,000,000 voices strong.
Something's wrong. The pigeons aren't flying.
Oh, Dickie will make them fly. Can hold a torch and light up the sky again. What am I doing to Dickie? He doesn't mind. And one little voice that's squeaking a song can make 1,000,000 voices strong. If one person can beat a drum and one person can blow a horn, if one person can hold a torch, then one person can change.
Let's dig immediately.
No, patience, patience. Find the boy.
We don't need the boy. Why don't you blow up the cafe yourself?
That would be work, and a president never works.
If I do something myself and fail, whom can I blame? Besides, it would be a moral injustice to my employees. If I work, I'm putting my workers out of work, and I'm not that cruel.
I demand action. I'm going to another corporation.
My friend, is that wise? That would bruise our friendship. And there's nothing more dangerous than a friend who is no longer a friend. Wait, do you see Paris?
Of course.
Oh, that's merely Paris as it is. Don't lose the vision of the lovely and lucrative Paris that we can create together. There will be a sweet taste in the air from industrial waste in the air. And your eyelids will smart to the sting of the smog in the spring of next year. There will be a thick slick on the sand, and the sludge will be thick on the sand. And your eardrums will drill to the tick of the axe in the spring of next year. Oh, the apple trees blooming as they're crushed into pulp. There'll be smokestacks consuming each available gulp that's inhalable. The moment most thrilling begins, when the pneumatic drilling begins. It's a song that old Paris will sing in the bountiful spring of next year. Oh,
lonely as they're crushed into earth. There'll be smokestacks consuming each available gulp that's inhalable. But the moment of thrilling begins, when the pneumatic drilling begins, it's a song that all Paris will sing in the bountiful spring of next year.
And where Notre Dame is, we'll have oil wells with stained glass windows. And that silly carousel will make it into a storage tank.
What do we do with the Eiffel Tower?
It's already a derrick. Use it!
Be watching the statues grow. We'll be hearing the fountains explode. It's a song that the hatchets will ring and the derricks will sing, and all Paris will sing in the bountiful spring of next year.
Countess? Countess?
Come, my dear Suleiman. Why are your boots in your hand instead of on your feet?
Etiquette, Countess, etiquette.
How nice. But don't stand on ceremony here. Put your boots on.
Thank you very much, Countess.
I've been out most of the night conferring with my cats about the end of the world.
What do they say?
They're silent, which is a very bad sign. This is for you. Not in as good condition as usual, I'm afraid. Quite frankly, I'm discouraged. I don't know how to save the human race.
Must you do it, Countess?
If I don't, who will? Everyone leaves it to someone else. How do you keep everything so neat in the sewer? And in such good order?
Very simple. We dispose of what must be disposed of.
Who decides? Do you have a king?
Down in the sewer, we're all good Republicans. Things they say about us. That we have girls down there who never see the light of day.
Not true?
Of course not. The girls come up every Christmas and Easter.
There are rumors about orgies by torchlight with gondolas and guitars and rats that dance as they follow the piper.
What nonsense. The rats are never allowed to dance.
That night I found you here in my cellar, looking very pale and strange. And I gave you some brandy.
I remember.
And you promised, if I should ever need it, you'd tell me the secret of this room.
The secret of the moving stone?
Where is it? How do I find it?
Only the king of the sewermen knows that secret.
I'm sure of it. I know most secrets, of course. I have 3 magic words that will open any doors words can open. I've tried them all in various tones of voice. They don't seem to work. Please, show me the moving stone.
Must you know, Countess?
Yes, I need it now. Where do those stairs lead?
Nowhere.
But they must go somewhere.
They just go down.
Only down?
There are certain things simply not suitable for a sewer, so there's a level lower.
The sewer has a sewer?
Exactly, Countess. Otherwise, my sewer might become polluted. I'm told that cutthroats are extremely happy down there. For in the sewer beneath the sewer, cutthroats are kings.
By any chance, do you think there's oil down there?
Who knows?
Can I make it open and close?
To open, press here. To close it, press there. Now, there are two of us in the world who know that secret.
I won't remember it long. Is it all right if I repeat my magic words while I press it?
It's bound to help.
Aurelio! I got your note! Here I am! I know it's important you found your feather boa.
It's not a question of my boa today. I've been thinking.
Oh, you must get that up immediately. It's very hard on the skin. It makes wrinkles.
We've got to discuss the end of the world. Hopefully before it happens. Which may be at any minute.
Oh, stop trying to do things about things. It's never worked in the past, so there's no future in it.
Constance, if you desert me again, I won't leave my cats to you in my will.
Thank God. Oh, there's another one of them.
That's not a cat, that's Gabrielle.
Does she have that dog with her?
Dickie? I'm never sure. Come, Gabrielle. Constance is here and we need you. Oh, Aurelia needs us. Did you hear that, Dickie?
She broke Dickie.
And one decision has to be made, and 3 heads are better than none. I need your mature wisdom, dear. Oh, how lovely. Dickie, darling, go jump into Aurelia's lap and kiss her on the chin. I don't want a Dickie licking my face while we're settling the future of mankind. His basket is in the corner. He knows where it is, and he can just go sit in it. Go, Dickie, chew. Oh, you're against Dickie, too.
Well, Gabrielle, I don't mind taking Dickie to my lap. Dickie loves his Auntie Constance's lap. Don't you need a Dickie Wickie?
Oh, stop putting on such angelic airs, Constance. You're being much too sweet to be sincere.
We're wasting time. We have enemies, and we must defeat them this afternoon, preferably before tea.
Oh, I want tea now.
I do wish I knew more about the law. Constance, wasn't your late husband's late brother an advocate, an attorney at law?
My husband? Oh, I remember his brother. He was lecherous.
Oh, what does she mean?
Oh, forgive me, Gabrielle. I forgot you're a virgin.
After all, there are 2 sexes.
Oh.
You can't be as innocent as all that, Gabrielle. You keep rabbits.
And me,
Who's they?
Oh, my brother-in-law who was in law. I remember him well. And I remember Henri and Armand and Michel and... Oh, I remember Claude. His face was gaunt, his skin was pale. His bony little fingers were so delicate and frail. Yes, I remember Claude in every little more detail. But I remember absolutely nothing about my husband. I remember room. I won't have them sitting around staring at me.
The next thing she'll say is that Dickie doesn't exist.
Oh, God, she's going to cry.
Dickie, darling little Dickie, always lying flat on your fat tummy here on your dear mommy's lap. Stop barking, even when I have to scold you. Mama's just as thrilled as can be. How magnificent lady you will be. He's incredibly spoiled. I will not sit back and allow you to insult him this way, Dickie, poor Dickie, dear Dickie. The fact is, my dears, that I didn't even bring him today.
Oh, no, that's really absurd. How can you have an intelligent conversation with an imaginary dog who isn't even here?
We must have an expert opinion from an expert, whether he exists or not.
Well, I'll go straight home and consult my voices.
Oh, your voices are not real voices.
Why, how dare you say a thing like that?
Where do your voices come from? Still from your sewing machine?
No, not good. They passed into my hot water bottle. In fact, I hear them almost any place I can to listen. Just that there are voices in my head that are wishing me a hearty appetite. Gurgle, 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 there are voices in my teapot with a voice for housewives. Chatter, 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 there are voices in my pillow that can come and tuck me in and spend the night. And voices in my vacuum cleaner that can be extremely impolite. Chatter, 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 there are voices in my closet saying where the future doesn't prevail. And voices in my piano playing up and down the Oriental scale. If I welcome them and take them to my bosom, it's quite obvious indeed that those lovely little voices are the only friends that you'll ever need.
I don't call those voices. Objects talk, everyone knows that. It's the principle of the phonograph. But to ask a hot water bottle for advice is silly. What does a hot water bottle know? We have to consult the universe. The universe? Do we dare? Aren't we citizens of it? We simply consult our fellow citizens.
We did that yesterday, all over Paris, and no one even had the courtesy to listen.
We made a mistake. We only went to the visible people. Invisible people? Where are they? I want to see them. They're all around us.
I don't believe it.
Constance, are we so unattractive that of all the millions of beings, imaginary or otherwise, prowling about in space, there's not one who might enjoy spending a little time with us? On the contrary, my dear, my house is full of guests always. They know they can come here when they're lonely and be sure of a welcome. And I'm delighted to have them. And since they're here listening to us, naturally we can listen to all of them. Everything that was is. Everything that lived lives. Every little thought ever thought is as lasting as time. Everything that was is. Everything that is will be. Some distant day they'll be saying the saying that I'm saying now, for we are not alone here. There are other minds here. Molière and Keats are enraged and engaged in a row. Listen to the lovely language or the lessons Voltaire ever taught. And all the thoughts that Buddha ever thought are right here in this air, in this house, in this room with us now. Where is Voltaire? What's he doing?
Oh, playing with Dickie, no doubt.
Speak, Voltaire!
Speak, Voltaire!
Lovely language, all the lessons spoken and all taught. As well from the good luck and all thought. And now the sugar is in the air, and the clouds in the spring with us now. Molière and Kate are engaged and enraged in a row. Listen to the lovely language, all the lessons spoken and all taught. Judge of them, then the doctor is the judge when he cures a patient by getting rid of his germs. The trick is to make the germs want to go.
Oh, Countess, thank heavens you're safe.
Come in, children. It's so good to have some real people here for a change.
Real? What about us?
Well, I consider myself real, although I'm not always so sure about Gabrielle.
Julian, tell him about those men.
Julian? Who's Julian? Oh, it's just past 4. How good to see you again, Bartholomew.
Those men want to get rid of Julian and everything human about the human race.
The peddler heard them.
We have a plan, my dears, to send those creatures into their own world and out of ours.
It won't be that easy, Countess. They have all the power and the money, and they're greedy for more.
Oh, but the greedy men want to do?
They want to blow up the world.
Oh, I'm told that's very fashionable these days.
Yes, but you can only do it once. We need something to bait them, like fish. It has to be something they like, something they want. The lure should be alluring. And paste must be a delicacy to ants. Rat poison must be tasty for rats. Your watch, Bartholomew, does it glow in the dark?
Yes.
Give it to me.
My watch?
Nina, child, there's a medicine bottle behind the trunk. A spider is guarding it for me. But tell him it's all right. He can have it back as soon as we're finished with it. Put about 3 fingers of water into it. But under no condition wash the bottle. The dirtier the better. Your nail file, please.
My Tuesday one.
Is your Friday one sharp?
As a fish's nose.
Hold the bottle right here, child.
If you scrape off all the numbers, what good will it be?
Oh, you like your watch better this way. The hands are far more interesting than the numbers. Besides, we pay too much attention to time. Everyone has the same amount. Too much and not enough.
Oh, I don't know anything about anything!
That's the natural condition for a virgin, Gabrielle. This will trap the germs. It's unreasonable to expect them to trap themselves. They need help. Now, put this in my wardrobe trunk, in the bottom, at the back.
Why?
As soon as it's done, take it out again, get on the doorman's bicycle, and find that distasteful man who goes around tasting water.
You don't want him again.
If he happens to like this flavor, he'll think there's a great deal more. At this address. Now, go tell the doorman to pump up the tires on his bicycle.
I'll go with you.
Oh, no. You stay here. It's safer. Do you mind if he stays, Countess?
Bartholomew? I can't think of anything I'd mind less. There's a great deal you can do. Man's work. You can untwist the cord on the blind and let in a little sunshine for a change. You can take the mirror off the wardrobe door and deliver me once and for all from the old harpy that lives in the glass. You can let the mouse out of the trap. I'm tired of feeding it.
When shall we re-meet again?
Oh, really, Gabrielle, if you're going to quote Shakespeare, you must also quote Molière simultaneously. After all, both might be present, and you wouldn't want to offend either one of them.
Oh, I think President Wilson will have some excellent advice for us. I shall go wait for him on the steps of the American Embassy.
You're going to have a long wait. He's been dead since 1924.
Oh, I have plenty of time. Come along, Dickie. Come along, Dickie. Come along. It's time for your afternoon nap.
Thank you, Nina. I am tired.
Look after her, Julia.
Is it you, Alberto?
It's only Julianne.
Don't lie to me, Alberto. These are your hands. Why do you complicate things always? Say that it's you.
I am here.
Would it cost you so much to call me Aurelia?
I am here, Aurelia.
Why did you leave me, Bear? Why did you walk away? Was there someone else?
There was no one else.
When you looked into her eyes, you saw a vision of heaven, perhaps?
I saw nothing.
Why does it have to be like that, Alberto? Why?
Why, Aurelia?
Your hands are still the same. Your touch is young, firm. It's the only part of you that has stayed with me. The rest of you is pretty far gone, I'm afraid. Is this the little park at Cologne?
If you wish.
Of course it is. I hear the concertina. I walk this path every day of my life. No. Leave me. Quickly, please. Let go my hand there, Baron, and give it to young Julien. Bartholomew, it's you. Has he gone?
Yes, Countess.
I didn't hear him go. Oh, he knows how to make a quick exit, that one. My feather boa! All 9 feet of it! Wherever did you find it?
It was in the trunk. Cruel he was, your Alberto.
Bear cruel? Oh, no. He did the most wonderful thing for me, and merely with his eyes. He stood and looked at me, and I was beautiful, for it was beautiful how he believed in me. His love was strong enough to make me anything. So I was everything he wanted me to be. But then he walked away and took my smile with him. And now the years blur by, but every now and then I stop and think of him, and how he looked at me, and all at once I'm beautiful again.
You are beautiful.
smile with him. And now the years go by, but every now and then I stop and think of him and how he looked at me, and all at once I'm beautiful again. For a moment I'm beautiful
All right, everybody, pay attention. The president is about to come out here and take his seat. When he does, I don't want any of you zombies bothering him, because if anybody does, somebody will pay the price dearly. I'll just put that on the other side.
Where did you get this? Mr. President! Mr. President! Taste!
What is it?
Radioactivity. The pipes which carry that water must pass through a vein of incredibly rich uranium ore.
Delicious! Better than oil! Total power! All of Paris will be one gigantic slag heap! Beautiful! Where'd you get it?
Some simpleton.
Where is it?
I don't know.
What kind of a prospector are you? Find him!
Those men are sick.
2 billion of us are sick. By next week, maybe 3 billion.
She says the Countess says there's no number larger than 1. Why not treat the whole world as just one patient?
That only works if the patient wants to get well. Someone music maestro. Clear world. Someone has poisoned you, dear world. And those who love you defiantly insist that you get off that critical list. So make your recovery quick. We're sick of having a sick world. We want you dancing tomorrow afternoon. So be a dear world. Rip the bandage off, dear world. Take the stitches out, dear world. And get well soon. Please take your medicine, dear world. Please make your fever break, dear world. Your vim and vigor are very sorely missed.
Help us declare you patient dismissed.
And stand on your crutches with pride, world. You've got to save your own hide, world.
Will you be tonic and plasma by the spoon? So be a dear world.
Together, dear world, and search trade you for the moon, so be a dear world, dear world, dear world, and get well soon.
Immense value here.
Immense!
That's it!
Where did you get that?
I can't imagine! Unless... Wait! You're going down there entirely of your own choice?
Nothing can stop me!
We may as well close it and forget that it ever existed. What are you doing?
Going away.
Why?
Got to find myself. I can't stay here. I may be one of them.
Nonsense! Did you want to follow them down into that hole?
God, no.
Then you're not. And how can you find out who you are all by yourself? There she is. There's Nina. It's hours and hours since you've met and known and loved each other. Kiss each other quickly. Look at him. He hesitates. He trembles. Happiness frightens him. How like a man. Before you half recall the day you found her, kiss her now, while she's young. Kiss her now, while she's yours. Kiss her now, your eye, turn your head, and you've lost her. And you'll spend half your life wondering how. So before you forget how you loved her, kiss her now, kiss her now, kiss her now. Bravo. Alberto, if only you'd had the courage to do that 30 years ago, how different I'd be today.
Countess, everything's changed.
Now you can breathe again.
The air is pure.
And young grass is sprouting from the sidewalks. Look, the pigeons are flying again.
Now, juggler, you can throw your fireballs up as high as you like. They won't go out.
I wouldn't believe it. Out on the boulevard, complete strangers shaking hands. They don't know why, and giving each other all the bars.
Oh, my friends. Dear deaf mute, be still. Your words dazzle our eyes, and Nina is far too busy to translate for you. The dawn is breaking, and it's making a dreadful clatter. My poor cats must be starved. What a bore for them if humanity had to be saved every day. They don't think much of it as it is. Nina, my bones, my gizzard.
I have them for you in the cafe, Captain.
Good. Well, there you are. The world is saved. And see how simple it all was. Nothing is ever so wrong that a sensible woman can't set it right in just a few short hours. tomorrow morning Tomorrow morning it may not seem so promising. When you take your hair out of the drawer and your teeth out of the glass, you're apt to feel a little